Now let's do an example where we want to find the relative max or min, or we might call the relative extrema of this function. So being a cubic function, it's going to have the shape something like this, right? Such that it's going to have both a max and a min within the function depending on the value of x. So the first step I need to do is I need to take the first derivative of the function, which is 6x squared minus 36x plus 48, and set that equal to 0. As I do that, one thing I'll note is that this is a quadratic equation. So I can go to Excel spreadsheet 1.2 and simply plug these numbers in to find the answer. And that's quick and easy. It's a good use of Excel spreadsheet 1.2. Or I can solve this out by hand. To solve it out by hand, I'm going to divide each side by 6. That'll give me x squared minus 6x plus 8 is 0. Now I need to ask what multiplies into 8 but adds a negative 6. X minus 4, x minus 2 equals 0. Well, that means x minus 4 is equal to 0, x minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 4, x is equal to 2 are the two solutions to solve this. But what I don't know is this 2 and is this 4, or does the function look like this? So that is 2 and that is 4. Both of these are cubic functions, but one has 2 as the max and the other has 2 as the min. So how do I figure that out? Well, that's where we go to our second condition. So if we recall, earlier we saw this equation here. So relative max and relative min both have the first derivative equal to 0. But now I need to take the second derivative and solve out what that is. So let's take the second derivative. And that's just the derivative of the first equation. So I get 12x minus 36. And now I need to plug in 4 and 2 into these equations. Let's plug in 4. So I get 12 times 4 minus 36. That's 48 minus 36. That equals 12. And Captain Obvious would tell us that that's greater than 0. Let's plug 2 in. 12 times 2 minus 36. 24 minus 36 equals negative 12, and Captain Obvious tells us that's less than 0. Therefore, what we've just shown is that x equals 4. The second derivative is positive. Therefore, that's the part of the function, as we go up here, that's concave. Rather, I'm sorry, convex, a smiley face. So this is where x is 4. When x is 2, we see the second derivative is negative. So that's where this part of the function is when x is 2. So this is not our function. This is this function where 2 is the relative max and 4 is the relative min.